No matter the location, from O-A-K-L-A to L-V, I'm a Raider.
This Raiders Report mailbag was filmed on Tuesday, and it's presented by Panda Sups. Go to pandasups.com, and I love companies like this because the guy who owns Panda Sups is a diehard Raider fan. Look at this promo code, FPG. It stands for Fire Paul Gunther. It's going to get you 45% off everything in the store. Pre-workout, fat burners, protein's about to be coming out, but if you need anything to get back into shape, or honestly, their nootropics, if you don't like coffee, it wakes you up, pandasups.com, code FPG, 45% off everything. Let's get into the first question here. Mac Lane, what up, my man? Go trade for Whitney Mercilus. I understand that Mercilus is a big name. However, ever since he really got his big-time contract with Houston, he has not been the same player. And I'm not going to compare him to Trent Brown because they're not the same guy, but in terms of attitude, it is kind of there for me. I hate when an NFL guy gets paid and then doesn't put up the numbers that he was doing before. And you can see it with Mercilus. He's still a good player, and he can still get after the quarterback. However, I'm not going to go out and trade for a guy that I don't know if he can fit in our scheme, and for a guy that, well, has shown me when he gets paid, he takes plays off. So y'all can continue to use hashtag Raiders or Super Chat to get featured here on the show. Let's go to the next question coming in from Raider Finley. Okay. Should we go get Harrison Smith? This is what I like. I don't need Julio Jones trades. I don't need anything like that. Let's go out and trade for Harrison Smith. This is an absolutely great, this is a perfect idea, Raider. I mean, this one is exactly what I'm feeling. So for me, this is a guy who I think would pair absolutely perfectly with Jonathan Abram. You're looking for a free safety. You can then throw in Eric Harris, Jeff Heath, have them as rotational guys back there. Harrison Smith is one of the best free safeties in the league. And for a Minnesota Vikings team, they're in fire sale mode. I mean, they are already starting to trade away pieces. Heck, they traded away Yannick Ngakoue, who they already went out and traded like this offseason. I will give them some credit because they realize that they're not going to win right now. So why not at least give them a call? And if they say no to Harrison Smith, Anthony Harris as well, I will take either of these players from the Minnesota Vikings. But I'm curious what y'all have to say on this. If you had to pick one to trade for, who would you pick? Would you pick Whitney Mercilus type WM? Or would you go with Harrison Smith type HS? Smith to me is a good fit in the secondary, obviously. Mercilus would definitely help your pass rush. For me, I am going to type my HS, and looking at most of the comments right now on our live show, remember, we go live every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, seeing a lot of HSs as well. Super chat time, David Rodriguez. What's you think about trading for Stephon Gilmore? I heard he's on the trade block. Yeah, I mean, I've heard the reports and rumors that Gilmore's on the block. 31-year-old cornerback. I would be shocked if the Patriots ended up trading him. In my opinion, he's the best corner in the National Football League. The reason why I'll say no, the Raiders don't make this move, you have Trayvon Mullen, who is right now your cornerback one, and you also went out and drafted Damon Arnett in the first round. If you go out and trade probably a first-round pick at least for Stephon Gilmore, that means you're already going to take a loss on Damon Arnett. I don't think the Raiders are ready to do that. We got another super chat coming in here from Stephen Rockwell. Trent Brown a sixth for Quinnen Williams and sign Earl Thomas, then trade a third or possibly a second for a tackle. So the issue is the Jets are never going to take on Trent Brown's contract. There isn't a team in the NFL that would even kind of think of taking on Trent Brown's contract. And in the sixth, you might as well throw it out. So no, that would never happen. And then trade a third or possibly a second for a tackle. The other reason why I'm not going to trade Trent is because Sam Young got hurt and Brandon Parker was just horrible this past week against the Bucs. Got another one from Peaches. Wow, this is a heck of a name. Would you trade Clelin Ferrell in a third or fourth pick for Quinnen Williams? Yes. I would do it in a heartbeat, and I wouldn't even think twice about it. I like Clelin Ferrell. He's a good player, but he is never going to live up to that fourth overall pick. And I mean, he's a talented guy, but when you're already seeing a player who's getting moved around as much as him, he's been a lot better this year. Let's not get that twisted. But Quinnen Williams is he's just a lot better than Clelin. There's no other way to put it. When you look at a lot of the picks the Raiders should have done, they should have taken Devin White instead of Clelin Ferrell. They should have taken Josh Allen over Clelin Ferrell. I know a lot of people got mad at me when I said Clelin was a big-time reach. I gave it a D+. Hopefully y'all can see now why, that was that. But yes, I would do this trade in a heartbeat. Let's go to the next question here. Trade for Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel, again, wide receiver from the Carolina Panthers, a good underneath player who would probably fit what we do. However, offense is not the issue. The Raiders' offense has been able to move the football. Last week they struggled because the offensive line was getting ripped apart. If the offensive line can actually practice for the entire week, and if Trent Brown can get his shit together, then they're going to be okay. In terms of wide receiver, though, no, I don't see why we would go out and trade for Curtis Samuel. The Villigent, you're next up here on the Raiders Report. Do you think Derek Carr is getting back to 2016 form? I mean, honestly, I think he's better right now. I mean, Derek Carr is playing better right now than he ever has. And I know we talk about 2016 MVP form, but if you want to talk about numbers alone, I mean, it's not even close. When healthy, and when the offensive line blocks for him, and when he actually has pieces around him, Derek looks pretty dang good. So for me, is he getting back to 2016 form? If you want to say sure, then, yeah, sure, we'll go for it. So today's show presented by Panda Sups. And I told you all before, the guy who owns this company, big-time Raider fan. If you're looking for pre-workout, what is pre-workout exactly? If you need just a scoop of it, it amps you up for your workout. But this pre-workout's different, and look at the hookup we're giving you. Code FPG, originally $54.99. You cut that down, $30.25. Pandasubs.com, code FPG. For me, though, I take their pre-workout because not only does it wake you up, it wakes your muscles up. So when you're working out, you get more out of your workout. COVID body, it's a real thing. Dad bod, it absolutely exists. But sometimes you work long hours. Sometimes you're tired. Heck, I got up this morning at 5:30. I didn't want to go to the gym. Took a scoop of pre-workout and bang, I was like wide awake. I was bouncing off the walls. Heck, I even lifted 225 pounds one time. I benched it. That's the first time I ever did it. Thanks to Panda Sups. Go to pandasubs.com, code FPG. I got a clap in the background from Jim. That's what's up. Increase your muscle gains, wake up, and also take advantage of these deals. And you know what? Go help out a guy who likes the Raiders. We would appreciate it. Cade Ross, what up? I was actually listening to Travis Scott when I was working out. Let me know what your guys' favorite music is. Geno Atkins for a sixth. Yes. I would do Geno Atkins for a sixth. I mean, again, another player who's up there in age, but when I see Everson Griffin go for a conditional sixth, I think that, again, you could get Geno Atkins for a sixth, a player who has not been used really whatsoever with the Bengals, and the Bengals are trying to get rid of their players. But again, if I got to pick between Geno Atkins or Carlos Dunlap, I would rather have a player like Carlos Dunlap. So we do have some super chats. We'll get to them in a sec. What pass rusher can we sign? Carlos Dunlap, I think, is the guy, and I know I've been saying it now for like 2-3 weeks at this point, but the fact that he wants out of Cincy, his price is dropping, and it's drastically dropping. If you want a free agent to go out and get, I guess Cameron Wake is a guy I would keep in mind. I don't really want Clay Matthews. I don't think he would fit our scheme. Darius is a player on the defensive line potentially, but if there's one guy on the line that I want to sign that's an edge rusher, it's Cameron Wake. He's probably the best guy out there. Ricardo E., what up, my man? Love this one. Love it, love it, love it. You've been watching for a while. What's up, Mitch? Best Raiders channel on YouTube. Why haven't we signed Earl Thomas? He can't be worse than FAB. I mean, yeah, I don't think anybody's worse than FAB. And if we're willing to deal with Trent Brown's BS, I don't see why we wouldn't be willing to deal with maybe Earl Thomas's BS. But I don't really have a good answer for you. And I think a lot of NFL teams don't want to bring in Thomas because he was a cancer in Baltimore, and it's definitely telling. Plus, he did start to slow down a little bit, but Earl Thomas would at least help this football team. And, yeah, I like to think that we're the best Raiders channel, and, it's because of the nation. We're interactive. I mean, we got 1,300 people watching us live. And remember, we go live every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. If there's breaking news, we go live. I make sure that I release a new video for y'all every single day. We're able to keep the channel for free because the subscriber count keeps going up. Keep subbing. If you know a Raider fan that's not subscribed, send them the link that you see below. I would appreciate it. YouTube.com/Raiders Report. If you have any show ideas, I'm always open to show ideas. Hit me up. You can find me on IG, Twitter, at MitchellRen365. And if for some reason I can't get to your question, because obviously, y'all, I can't get to them all, ask me on Instagram, on Twitter, at MitchellRen365. Let's go to Sean. What up? Where's Amik? He's just not playing. And I think this is one of these guys where after the Week 7 loss, Gruden said, we're going to make some changes to the lineup. I think this is one of the lineup changes you could see. I think Amik's going to start getting a little bit more run, and he should. And I'm actually hoping that maybe, just maybe, they put LaMarcus Joyner at safety. Who knows? Maybe it would work since he was so good for the Rams. Let's go to Isaac. Trade for Michael Thomas. Well, honestly, trading for Michael Thomas is probably going to cost you 2 first-round picks. And I don't know if I'm going to give up 2 first-round picks for a wide receiver right now who's played in only 1 game, 3 catches, 17 yards, who has been an absolute diva this entire season. Is he one of the best wide receivers in the league? Absolutely. But I don't think I'm going to give up 2 first-round picks when offense really, well, yeah, it's not our biggest problem. So should the Raiders make a trade? Why for yes and for no? The NFL trade deadline, November 3rd, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be live at our YouTube channel at Chat Sports. So if you haven't subscribed to that channel, please do. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV. We got over 200,000 subs over there, and it's like all, we do Raiders news and rumors. Over there, it's all NFL news and rumors. So will the Raiders go ahead and make a trade? Y for yes or N for no? I'm actually going to be typing my Y for yes because, yes, I am a believer that the Raiders make a move. I'm hoping it's for somebody on the defense. That's what we need. Miguel, sign Earl Thomas or Eric Reed. I'm in agreement. I've said, again, for about 2 months now, go out and get one of these guys. Earl Thomas, the more natural free safety. Eric Reed's kind of like the strong safety, just like Jonathan Abram. But if you're looking for somebody who can also play linebacker, since our linebackers have been terrible and since we haven't been able to cover tight ends, one thing Eric Reed did very well last year for the Panthers is cover tight ends. And he had 130 tackles, and he's left on the free agent market. Let's go to Raider Joker. Do you think we made a mistake picking Ruggs over Lamb? I mean, I still had CeeDee Lamb ranked higher, and I still think that CeeDee Lamb is a better wide receiver 1 than Ruggs. What's starting to worry me a little bit with Ruggs is the Raiders aren't using him. They're using Nelson Aguilar. Gruden said it this past week. Ruggs was getting covered, and he was getting blanketed, and he needs to do a better job of getting open. I agree with that, but at the same time, you need to be able to figure out ways to get your best players the ball in their hands, right? But for me, again, yes, I still would rather have taken CeeDee Lamb. He's a great player. He's a number 1 receiver in my opinion. Y'all can hate at me on that, but again, I mean, we're talking about like a 1A to 1B. All right, so what I want you guys to do right now is I can't tell you what it is exactly yet, but I got a little bit of a challenge. So all the time I see, oh, Mitch, I could outsmart you. Mitch, we could do this. So let's do it. I have a little bit of a challenge. If you know what NFL prop bets are, it's basically like betting the over-unders on certain players. I have a special challenge this week, and if you want to go up against me, winner, I'm going to put you on the Raiders report. Email me at raiders@chatsports.com. Just the subject line, prop, P-R-O-P. It is a challenge. It's going to be first come, first serve. The first 25 people that email me at raiders@chatsports.com, email me subject line, prop, you're going to be able to challenge me in an over-under challenge.